Hey guys, so this is that 1.5 gallon tank that I put the eggs in. I went ahead and removed the cone after they became wigglers and knocked them all off just so they were all sitting in here. It's been about a week, and if you can see, there's some fry swimming around in here, some angelfish fry. Haven't changed anything else, just added water into the tank as it evaporated off. They're swimming around, as you can see. And so now the game plan is to go ahead and you can either move these, ideally I would move these guys into a 10 gallon tank, and I mean as soon as they start swimming, so basically today, as soon as they start being free swimming fry, I feed them frozen baby brine shrimp, and just go ahead and feed them 2 or 3 times a day, and you should be good. I mean, it's hard to feed them 3 times a day, 4 times. Ideally, you do it as much as you can, 4 or 5 times a day. But realistically, most of us work, so we can't do that. See, and there, hold on, real quick. There is an egg that is not fertile, that was not fertilized, and so it'll become nasty, and you should remove that, just because that's going to hurt your water quality. And see, there's a dead fry there too. You should remove those because that's not going to help your water quality. But as you can see, I mean, I didn't remove them. I just left them all in there, and there's still plenty of live swimming fry running around in there. And so I'm going to start feeding them baby brine shrimp. I feed mine usually twice a day. Kind of depends on how many there are and what your proportions are. But I mean, feed them, and you'll see them eat it. And ideally, you remove the food after every food that's not uneaten, you know, after 5 minutes or whatnot. But I usually don't do that. I just leave it alone, and then just make sure I look at the bottom of the tank. If there's a lot of, you know, excess food, I get it out of there and clean it. And then again, ideally you do water changes every day, like a 10% water change on your tank every day to help make sure you keep up your water quality. I typically don't do that. I do a water change maybe twice a week, 10 to 20%, typically 20% twice a week, and my fries seem to do all right. From my experiences, if you get your fry to be a week after free swimming, so basically 2 weeks old, even 3 weeks old, then you're good to go. That means they've been eating, they're growing, you're fine. You can move to just one water change, 20-30% water change a week, and you'll be fine. Just keep feeding them. Make sure they're fed twice a day for the next, gosh, I don't know, 2-3 weeks to a month. Just depends on how big they grow, and then eventually you get them on crushed flake, and you'll be good to go. So that's what you do with angelfish fry, and then it's a very long process to grow them out. So do not expect them to grow out instantly. I mean, I'll take a video here in a little bit and add it onto this of some of the angelfish I have downstairs in my big 225 gallon tank, and kind of give you rough ages of how old they are. So I'll show you that. Alright guys, so here's the 10 gallon tanks. They're extremely dirty on the bottom. I need to clean that because that is not good. But just to give you some idea on how old and big some of mine are, these guys in here are about a month and a half old, so 6 weeks old roughly. And they're kind of hard to see because they like to hang out in the back. Let's see what we can see here. Yeah, so there's that guy. I mean, they look like full-fledged angels by now, pretty easily. These guys in here are about a month old, pretty dang close to 4 weeks old. And most of them look like full angels, but they're not quite there yet. And then just to give you another quick idea on some of these guys in my 225. So this guy was born about 7 months ago, and he's big. I mean, that's a quarter size. That's a full-grown angel to me. So he's almost there. These guys are 7 months old. These guys are probably 3 months old. So yeah, just to give you some idea. And then I think that guy, some of these littler guys are 2 months old. I threw in afterwards. But yeah, just to give you a feel for how long it takes to really grow them out to regular sized angelfish. Because these guys are maybe dime sized bodies, and some of these guys might be quarter sized, and then these guys are full, half dollar size, a little over $half size, and that's just a full grown angelfish right there. I didn't grow him out. He was store bought. But anyways, yeah, just to give you guys an idea of growth rates. And like I've said before, it depends. I mean, if you feed them more and you give them a lot of water changes, they'll grow faster. It's all a matter of, and if you give them a bigger tank, the bigger the tank they're in, the quicker they're going to grow too. It's kind of if they have more space, it's going to be great. If there's less competition, if it's just one fish in there, and you know, in a 20-gallon tank, he's going to grow faster than 20 fish in a 20-gallon tank. So just kind of keep that in mind, and don't be too frustrated if they're growing too slow, or be surprised if some grow quicker than others. I mean, that's just that's the nature of it. So thanks. So I went ahead and moved all those little babies that are in this. I made some room. I moved some out. Those ones that were in here in this 10 gallon in a 20 gallon, so they can grow out. They're big enough to mix in with some of the other fish. But you can see, so that's what the eggs look like. Oh, there's still one little guy moving in there. I need to get him out. That's what those eggs will do. They're nasty. You don't want to put that in your fry tank. And so here, hopefully you guys can see, there's a bunch of them moving around in there. Yeah, there they are. So yeah, I mean, it worked. There's a lot of live babies in here. They're in this corner too. So I put live plants in there, Java moss, Java fern, just to help keep water quality. And yeah, that's about it. Sorry for all the wires. It's not the prettiest setup in the world. I got water everywhere, but it worked. So yeah, just gonna feed them baby brine shrimp and grow them out.